frozen peas, an egg, a little bit of flour, and a little bit of baking powder. If you have all those things right now, keep watching and make these delicious pea fritters with me. If you don't have those things, what are you doing? You need those things. Back again today with another whatever you've got in your freezer slash fridge slash cupboard episode. Today I'm focusing on the frozen pea, which is one of my very favorite things in the world. I can't claim to be the queen of the frozen pea because that title has already been taken by Miss Nigella Lawson. She's really well deserving of it. Most people I talk to can really understand why frozen peas are the best. They're just like a bright green thing that you get to keep in your freezer and dump into just about anything that you need a quick veg for. So I dump frozen peas into pasta at the last minute, into rice, into soups, stews. I just sometimes heat up peas and put some butter and salt on them and make a really nice little snack. Today we're just gonna make a very easy little, I guess it's kind of like a snack or a side dish. You could have it with a nice salad for lunch, or you could have it as an appetizer or a breakfast. You can pretty much just eat this anytime. So we're making pea fritters. So taking frozen peas, mixing them with a few nice things, frying them up into a fritter formation. And that's it. So pea fritters, here we go. So here I have about 2 cups of frozen peas that I have defrosted. So I just pulled these out and let them defrost on their own on the counter. But if you're in a pinch, you could just microwave them for like a minute and they would be nice and defrosted. And we're gonna take half of these peas and dump them into a jug or a bowl, just whatever's easiest. You just need something to blend them in. So about half. And then into that jug, I'm also gonna add 2 eggs. And I'm also going to add some sliced garlic, only sliced because I'm gonna blend it, so it should get chopped quite fine in the blending process. And salt. So I'm gonna do about a teaspoon of salt, which seems like a lot, but maybe it is a lot, I don't know. It's what you need. And then I'm gonna take an immersion blender and just buzz this together. You can use whatever you want to blend it up. All you need to do is, pulverize the peas somewhat and mix everything together. So you could use a food processor, you could use one of those like mini chopper thingies, you could use a blender. I just find that this guy gives me the most bang for my buck in terms of like not having too many dirty dishes and a big mess to deal with. So here goes. I love that. Look how nice and green that is. So get rid of this thing. It doesn't have to be smooth at all. I'm basically just trying to make sure that some of the peas are blended in so that the fritters turn out nice and bright green. Okay. So into this, I'm gonna add half a cup of flour, which I'm almost out of flour, dangerously low on flour. I almost couldn't even make this today. And also a half teaspoon of baking powder for a little bit of lift. And pepper. And then here's where you kind of just get to get creative and use whatever you have, whatever you want to flavor these with. So I'm gonna give this a preliminary little stir with a fork. Just make sure the flour is nice and incorporated. And then I'm feeling really springy, so I kind of want to put some fresh springy flavors into this. I don't have lemon zest, but if I did have lemon zest, I would definitely put that in because I think that would be perfect. I actually kind of am sad about it, but Whatever. Oh, but what I do have, because it grows outside in our little garden, is lemon balm. So I'm going to put some of that in. If I had mint, I would definitely put mint in. Need to plant some mint so that I have some on demand. I also have some chives, so I'm going to put those in. Just like herb it up, you know? Nothing says spring like tons and tons of herbs. Is there something under this? Oh my God, there's no. It's like so annoying when you don't have something underneath your cutting board. Just at this point, because everything's blended, however you chop this stuff, it's gonna be how it is. We're not chopping anymore, so just chop things to whatever size you want them to be. And if you don't like bits of herbs, you could have also put them in before the blend stage, and then they would have blended in that way. Whatever floats your boat. And you know, if I want a little bit of tang, which I kind of do, I'm a little bit sad that I don't have lemon. I'm actually just gonna put in a little bit of sumac because that gives a nice kind of citrusy brightness. Where is my sumac? Sumac. It's a real hot ticket item these days. A lot of, I'd say sumac is probably trending right now. Not that I, keep up with that kind of thing, but about a half teaspoon should do the trick. And then I'm just gonna kind of fold all this stuff together. And I'm also gonna add the other cup of peas, the other half. And I'm just gonna leave those whole so that they stay nice and whole. This is so lovely and so easy. I'm just very excited about it. Okay. I'm just gonna fry these up over medium heat with some olive oil, but I'm gonna do that with the music playing because this thing is just too loud. We're back, and I've just been frying these little guys in batches, and they are so cute. They're bright, bright green, and they're just nice and golden on both sides, and they're just so good. I love the way that the little peas stick out. I guess this is just one of those things that looks and feels really fancy, or maybe not super fancy, but it's special, It's got like a special kind of feel to it, but it's just as easy as making pancakes. So, and you can eat these hot, cold, whatever, pack them in lunches. I think they'd make a really good kids' lunch thing. Yeah? Kids like peas usually, right? So, this batch made about a dozen, but I don't know what happened to the other ones. Don't ask me. So, I'm just gonna put them on a little plate. Maybe 3. If I had a nice salad, this would be ideal. I think we're just gonna snack on this now. So there's no time for salad. I've got a few chive flowers because, spring. And what I really like with these is a little drizzle of yogurt. You could put a little lemon zest in the yogurt. That would be even nicer. And just make it a little extra, give it a little extra oomph. But this is just my plain homemade yogurt, which, by the way, I'm a huge fan of making homemade yogurt in the Instant Pot. So just a little drizz, and that's about it. Maybe a little pinch of sumac on top just to show what's inside. We've already got the chive flowers going on, and a bit of pepper or something. Just whatever. Just go with what feels good. And let's see what these guys look like inside. I'm gonna cut one open for you. Oh yeah, I love that. You can see the whole peas. Let's see if they're any good. Mmm. Mmm. They're good. Let me just have one more bite and then I'll talk to you again. Mmm. Mmm. Another little secret about these guys is you can actually make them with any vegetable. So I made them earlier with carrots. Honestly, like I've always got a lot of carrots in the fridge. If I only have one vegetable on hand, it'll probably be carrots. So for carrots, you just want to chop them up first and steam them lightly for like 2 minutes just so they're nice and soft. And then with carrots, I would use flavors like maybe go like Middle Eastern vibes and go with some za'atar, or you can use, in this case, I used fresh oregano. You could use dill or cilantro. Just take the flavor profile wherever you want. It also works amazingly with corn. And with corn, I tend to go like Mexican style usually. So I'll do definitely like cilantro in there, jalapeno, a little bit of red onion, and then top it with some crumbled like queso fresco or some sour cream. So this is like an any vegetable fritter. If you're using a really wet vegetable like spinach, you'll want to squeeze it out really well, but start with the peas, then move on to corn, and then move on to carrots. You'll be so happy. This is like a secret little something for your back pocket. You can just make veggie fritters at the drop of a hat. Oh, this would have been so good with the smoked salmon that we just ate.
It's okay.
Okay, brunch. These guys with a little smoked salmon and a little lemon wedge, you guys. You could make these as the base for eggs Benny. You could put a poached egg on top and some smoked salmon and some hollandaise sauce. Okay, so million things you could do with these things. Make them. You'll love them. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. I love them. Look at all the little peas. They're so cute. So good. Mmm.